Ayn Rand, born Elisa Rosenbaum in Russia in 1905, became a prominent figure in 20th-century American literature and philosophy. Fleeing the Soviet Union in the 1920s, she arrived in the United States, where she crafted a unique philosophical and literary legacy. Rand's philosophy, known as objectivism, emphasized reason, individualism, and capitalism. Her best-selling novels, including The Fountainhead and Atlas Shrugged, serve as vehicles for her philosophical ideas, advocating for the pursuit of self-interest, individual rights, and the moral supremacy of rational egoism. Rand's works challenge traditional moral and societal norms, celebrating the creative genius and achievements of exceptional individuals while critiquing collectivism and altruism. Despite controversial reception and polarizing views, her ideas on rational self-interest, capitalism, and individualism continue to influence debates in ethics, politics, and economics. Rand's impact endures through her writings, which remain influential in shaping discussions on individual rights, free market capitalism, and the moral importance of pursuing one's own values and goals. Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand is a philosophical novel set in a dystopian United States where society is facing economic collapse due to government intervention and collectivist policies. Here's a summary. The story unfolds in a world where entrepreneurs and industrialists face increasing government regulations and societal pressure to conform to collectivist ideals. As the country's economic situation deteriorates, productive individuals, including the brilliant and innovative minds behind major industries, mysteriously vanish. The protagonist, Dagny Taggart, a strong-willed railroad executive, struggles to keep her railroad running amidst the crumbling society. She searches for answers behind the disappearances while facing challenges from incompetent bureaucrats and the decline of businesses. Throughout the narrative, various individuals vanish, including the enigmatic John Galt, who later emerges as a symbol of individualism and the driving force behind the disappearing creative minds. Galt's philosophy centers on the idea of going on strike against a society that devalues individual achievement and innovation. As the story progresses, Galt reveals his philosophy of rational self-interest and the importance of individualism, advocating for a society where productive individuals are free from stifling regulations and where their talents are valued. Ultimately, Atlas Shrugged presents a philosophical argument in defense of individualism, free market capitalism, and the moral superiority of rational self-interest, while critiquing collectivism and governmental intervention. The novel culminates in a call for a society that values and rewards the achievements of independent and productive individuals. Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand has received both praise and critique, with discussions revolving around various aspects of the novel. Here are some common critiques. 1. Length and style. One common critique is the book's length and the lengthy philosophical monologues, which some readers find excessive and overly didactic. Rand's writing style, characterized by lengthy speeches and ideological exposition, can be seen as dense and heavy-handed. 2. Characters and dialogue. Some critics find the characters one-dimensional, representing either archetypal heroes or villains, lacking depth and nuance. The dialogues between characters often serve as platforms for delivering Rand's philosophical ideas rather than realistic exchanges. 3. Unrealistic depiction. The novel's portrayal of a dystopian society, while compelling, is critiqued for being too extreme and lacking realism, especially in the depiction of governmental corruption and societal collapse. 4. Ideological overload. Rand's objectivist philosophy is central to the narrative, and some readers find the novel overloaded with ideological themes, leading to a narrative that can be perceived as preachy or dogmatic. 5. Ethical and moral critiques. Critics argue that Rand's celebration of individualism and rational self-interest, while provocative, can be seen as promoting selfishness and disregarding social responsibility in empathy. 6. Lack of empathy. Some readers and critics note a lack of empathy and emotional depth in the characters, which can make it challenging for readers to emotionally connect or sympathize with their struggles. 7. Political and economic controversies. Rand's advocacy for laissez-faire capitalism and minimal government intervention in the economy is controversial, with critics arguing against the feasibility and fairness of her proposed system. While Atlas Shrugged remains a polarizing work, praised by some for its philosophical insights and criticized by others for its style, characterization, and ideological emphasis, its impact on discussions about individualism, capitalism, and ethics continues to provoke debate and influence contemporary discourse.